Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today's video is super special. I am collabing with Leeny from Krafty Leeny. More on that in just a bit. DIY number 1. So I have 2 of these larger terracotta pots that I got from Dollar Tree, and I lost the footage, but I just used a little bit of the plaster Waverly chalk paint, and I did a very light dry brush on them. Then I just added a small block of the Floral foam from Dollar Tree, and I am taking some of this lavender and I'm just going to fill the pots with the lavender. And then I do take some of the Spanish moss. I got a huge bag at Michael's, and I am just going to cover the floral foam before I put too much lavender in there. And then I have that lace ribbon that I also got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to wrap a piece around it. I do tack it in a few places and am able to cover it with the ribbon. So I'm just going to go around, and like I said, I tack it in like 3 places, I think. And then I take the tails and I make a knot in the front. And of course, I do that to both pots. Then I take my collection from Totally Dazzle, and I am just looking for the perfect piece to put on the front to cover the knot in the ribbons. And then, of course, I cut the tails as well. Now I'm just taking some hot glue and I am hot gluing those brooches onto the ribbon. And that's it for this one. I think they came out so sweet. I love these so much. Let me know what you guys think. So as I said earlier, this video is part of a collaboration with none other than Leeny from Krafty Leeny. She has a Shabby Tuesday every Tuesday, and if you like my stuff, you are absolutely going to love her stuff. So head on over. I will have her link in my description box down below. Let her know I sent you. So now let's head into DIY number 2. So I have this, well, I started out with this paper pack, but I didn't end up using it in the end, but you'll see. So I found this tree and I wanted to use that, but then I thought, doesn't really look very shabby chic. So I'm just leaving this in so you can see, but I have this picture frame from the Dollar Tree and it's in the shape of a house. And I'm just going to take the back of it and I'm just going to trace the paper. Now, if you just saw that real quick, I flipped the paper. So all of the, lines in the trunk are going horizontal instead of vertical. So that was another reason why I opted out of this. I did end up tracing another one out, but I didn't end up using it. And I'm sorry, that was a long explanation for a whole lot of nothing. But so I took the glass piece out of the frame as well. So now I am taking a page from a different paper pack that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's the paper store, I think, version. Anyway, I just took a piece out and I just traced it and cut it out. And now I'm just tacking it to the frame. And then I'm taking some of the white Waverly chalk paint and I'm doing a dry brushing all over the frame. I apologize for being out of frame. So I have this bird's nest I got from Michael's, and I'm just going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to hot glue the ends to the back of the frame. It'll all make sense in just a second, I promise. So now I'm taking some of these foam eggs from the Dollar Tree, and I know Easter's over, but I just wanted the eggs to be colorful. Obviously not that colorful, but so I took the white Waverly chalk paint, the light lavender, and the seashell pink, and I am just doing a couple coats of each on the eggs. And then I have this really tiny piece of wood that I had from that pack last year, I think, from Dollar Tree, that had just different size and shape pieces in it. Anyway, I'm rambling. So I'm taking some of the Spanish moss and I'm going to hot glue it in the bottom of each of the nests. And then I'm going to take my black Sharpie and I'm just going to write home on that little piece of wood. And then once that's done, I'm just going to take it and hot glue it to the peak of the house. And then I'm going to take the eggs and I'm just going to hot glue them into the nests. And because I only had one of the white eggs, I just cut it right in half and just kind of laid it in there so it looked like it was full. Then I'm going to take some of this lavender and some of the greenery that's around the lavender, and I'm just going to hot glue a piece into the bottom left-hand corner. And once that's done, I'm just going to take the ribbon, the lace ribbon, and I'm just going to make a very simple bow to put on the top. And then I do take another one of my Totally Dazzled brooches and I put that right in the center of the bow. And that's it for this one. I think it's super adorable. Let me know what you think. So I just wanted to take a moment to let you know that I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. So come on over and visit me there. I will have all the links in my description box down below. Now on to DIY number 3. So I found this sign at my local Goodwill. It was $6, but it was 50% off that day. So I'm just going to take it and my little sander, the orbital sander, and I'm just going over the top just to get the shiny off, and that way the paint will stick better. Once I'm done sanding it, I just take one of the Clorox wipes and I just wipe it down to get all of the dust off of it. So then I'm just going to take the Waverly white chalk paint, and I do 3 coats on this, 3 really good coats. Then I'm going to take this beautiful rice paper I got from My Victorian Heart. I will have that website linked down below. You have to go check it out. It's amazing, the stuff they have. So I'm just trimming the edge off of it, and then I am going to use some of my satin Mod Podge. I don't have any of the matte right now, so I use the satin. It worked out fine. As you may or may not know, me and Mod Podge have a hate-hate relationship. So, but this rice paper, it's so easy to use because it's not as thin as like the tissue paper. So anyways, I'm just going to Mod Podge this whole thing onto this sign. And then I am going to add a coat of the Mod Podge right on top once the bottom part dries. That's key. That is key. Make sure you let it dry or it will wrinkle. Now with this rice paper, it seems to work itself out. I don't know how, but anyway, I'm rambling again. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm just going to Mod Podge the whole thing down. Once it dries, I'm going to do another coat on the top so that it all looks like cohesive and not like little bits of shiny spots everywhere. So then I go to my ribbon stash and I'm trying to find something that has some lace in it that'll look good. And I'm really struggling, guys. Really, really struggling. This is what I have to work with. So anyway, then I remember I have a bag of lace from the Goodwill. I was so excited. So I'm taking all of the pieces and I'm just going to cut 4 pieces of each of the lace ribbons that I have, and I'm going to do a messy bow. And once I get it all laid out, there's one piece of really thin pink ribbon, so I use that to tie it in the back. So once I get it all situated, I'm just going to take some hot glue and I'm just going to glue it to the top center. I kind of thought about doing it off to the side, but changed my mind. So now I have these roses. It's like a blush, and I'm trying to decide which totally dazzle piece I'm gonna put in there. And I opt for the silver instead of the rose gold. So I'm just hot gluing that to the center of the rose, and then I'm going to glue the rose to the center of the bow. And then I thought it was missing a little something, so I pulled out some greenery and I just hot glued it right under all of the ribbon. And then after a little bit more fluffing, that's it. Look at how gorgeous this is. I love this piece so, so much. I can't wait to hang it up. Let me know what you guys think. So I would like to thank Leeny for inviting me to join her on her Shabby Tuesday this week. I had so much fun making all of these projects, and I just love how they all came out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. And share with your family and friends. And I will see you next time.